Welcome into the Humber Athletic Center for OCAA men's basketball here on this Wednesday night. It's one of the best matchups of the season between the Humber Hawks and the visiting Mohawk Mountaineers. Both these teams coming to this one undefeated to begin the season. Humber Hawks 6-0. The Mountaineers coming to this one 7-0. Kyle Dalton alongside Zach Benoit with you here tonight for the second half of our doubleheader. We saw the women's team for the Mountaineers take game one. Zach, the Hawks are going to hope to switch the tide here as we get a look at the matchup between these two tightly contested contests.
I mean, look at these two teams. Titans, to say the least. 95 points per game for the Hawks, 88 for the Mountaineers. They sit respectively 1 and 2 in the West Division, but they also sit 1 and 7 in the CCAA rankings. Humber, the #1 team in the country. Mohawk, the #7 team. It's going to be a clash. Cannot wait for it to get underway.
And reigning OCAA Player of the Year. You see him right there, Malik Grant, having himself one heck of a season. And take a look quickly at his stats here. Zach having an incredible start to his season. He's going to hope to have a big performance here tonight as we'll step aside for our starting lineups.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Nest here at the Humber Athletic Center for OCAA men's basketball action between the visiting Mohawk Mountaineers and your Humber Hawks. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to please stand up if able and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem. All right, it's now time to welcome the starting five for both the teams. Firstly, for the Mohawk Mountaineers. Leading off from Oakville, Ontario, 5'10" guard, #2, Dante Richards. From Hamilton, Ontario, 5'11" guard, #5, Scott Jenkins. From Hamilton, Ontario, 6'1" guard, #11, Elton Adam. From Markham, 6'4" guard, #14, Kazim Raza. And from Hamilton, 6'8" forward, #17, Marco Dozen. The head coach for the Mohawk Mountaineers, Jamie Girolametto. All right, Hawks Nation, please welcome the starting five, put together by the head coach, Omar Miles. Leading off from Brampton, a 6'7" small forward, #5, Malik Hamilton, a 6'3" shooting guard. Number 8, Isaiah Brady Clark. From Rexdale, a 6-foot point guard. Number 12, Kwabena Antwi. From Toronto, a 6'7" small forward. Number 23, Benny Kazade. And from Whitby, a 6'4" shooting guard. Number 24, DJ Burr. Your officials for the game, Caleb Chua, Augie Sokolovich, and the crew chief, Nate Saunders.
All right, here we go. Starting lineups are set, Zach. Should be a heck of a matchup. Both these two teams love the offense. Pretty good defensive side on both ends, but someone is going to lose tonight. Someone's undefeated season will come to an end here tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. Very excited to see how this one goes. The key player I want to look at for the side of Mohawk, it's going to be Marco Dosen, number 17. He is averaging 20 points per game. He's going to be an absolute beast there.
Yeah, that's the big man there, the fourth-year man. Having one heck of a season. And we're off and running. That's Benny Kazadi who wins the tip over to DJ Burke. Kazadi, get to him throughout this game, but a heck of a start to his season. Malik Grant, you talk about feeling good. Malik Grant from distance to start this one. A heck of a stretch here from Malik Grant. Zach, he's shooting over 50% from 3 on the season.
It has been so fun to watch his game continuously develop as the years have gone on, and I mean, this might be the best we've seen him play.
Here's a triple for Jenkins, and a response for the Mountaineers. We're off and running here at the Hawks Nest, tied at 3.
This is a Mohawk Mountaineers team that loves to shoot the three-pointer.
Here's Kwabena Antwi. Kazadi hit a huge game against Canadore here at home as he gets the jumper from the free throw line. Kazadi, 31 points in the huge victory over Canadore. Omar Miles just let the young man run. Here's a three-point chance. That one's off the mark. Big rebound flying in the air. There was Malik. And he'll come up with a loose ball. Quickly ahead back to Kazadi. Takes the man on the inside, but it's going to be an offensive foul as Dante Richards, who missed a three-pointer on the front end of that play, comes back and takes the charge.
For the Hawks, it's been back-to-back victories of 100-plus points. You can say a back-to-back of 110-plus points. They won 118-59 against Canadore, and then 123-71 against Redeemer.
That one's off the hands of Burke and out of play. Malik Grant, 32 points in the Hawks' last win against Redeemer. He was 8 of 12 from 3. A big reason why he's shooting over 50% from 3 on the season, as we're going to get a foul on the floor here. But Grant, I mean, talk about feeling good. 5 seconds into it, drains a triple, off and running.
Yeah, Malik Grant continues to show why he's the reigning MVP.
Here's Dosen. Talked about him at the start of the broadcast. 5 on the shot clock. Richards got to throw up a long triple. It's good with the presence of Antwi.
That is a logo 3. I mean, he stepped back to hit that over his defender. Well, if you're not entertained 3 minutes into this one, I don't know where you're going to be rest of the game.
Mountaineers take their first lead of the game here. A couple minutes into it as Antwi on the inside. Off the fingertips there of Raza. It'll stay with the Hawks with 8 on the shot clock. Dante Richards on the back end of that play with a bailout 3. Antwi couldn't get in time, and he turns it over. Richards takes it away, back for Mohawk. Richards on the inside, scoops it up, doesn't go. The rebound for Dosen. Good presence by Brady Clark. And Kazadi quickly ahead for Grant. Wide open triple, just a tad short. Rebound for Dosen as Brady Clark will fly in and pick up a another foul. That'll be his second. And we saw this with Brady Clark a few games ago against Sheridan, where he picked up a couple quick fouls and had to be taken out of the game early. And that's exactly what happens here tonight.
Yeah, Isaiah Brady Clark, the reigning 6th man of the year in the OCAA. Again, he's getting the more starts now, and he's earned it. He's played phenomenal. It's just a couple of games now where he's gotten fouls early on.
Here's a corner three, just off the mark. Weak side rebound for Kazadi, and he'll find Antwi. Across the timeline, 2.5 gone here in the first. Burke looking with a two-man game here with Olui, who just checks in and nearly turns it over. Burke over to Antwi. Not known for the three, and that's why as he air balls it. And the rebound finds the hands of Richards.
It is such a tough job down low when you're trying to attack with Adrian Olui down there with Malik Grant.
Here's Antwi quickly back the other way, trying to go downhill here as he had that ball knocked out of his hands. So Adrian Olui, the first man off the bench. Olui, mainly a starter last season, has yet to start this season, but has been a good presence off the bench, averaging 11 points per game. Here he is now with the ball, 14 on the shot clock. Malik. Grant working up against Adam. One-on-one. Malik Grant doesn't go, and Dosen flies in for the rebound.
Yeah, it just rolls in and out of the rim there by Grant. You kind of see he's a little bit upset with himself. He knows it's a shot that he should be hitting with ease, and it just was a little bit offline.
Here's Jenkins, 10 on the shot clock. Good defense from Burke, but another foul. That'll be the 4th team foul already here. We're not even midway through the first quarter.
Well, if you want a little comparison between these two teams with an opponent that they've faced, Mohawk, they faced McMaster back on October 3rd in a preseason game, and they actually lost that one. Humber faced McMaster and won it 84-59.
Weak side rebound. Here's Grant. Grant on the inside against Adam. Baseline here for Malik. Takes his time, fades away. Plus the foul for Malik Grant. Another bucket for number 5. And Malik showing off the display down low, and we'll head to the line looking for the three-point play.
Yeah, it's a silky smooth shot for Malik Grant, and I mean, he just does everything so perfect. See here, just creates himself some good space. It's a good move down low, the fadeaway, and then nothing but net. I mean, that's his game.
Malik actually got the night off against Canadore. He wasn't needed, obviously, in a huge victory for the Hawks. Did not play in that one, and then played in the recent one against Redeemer, where I mentioned he got 32 points, including 7 rebounds, 8 assists, and 5 steals for Malik Grant in that one against Redeemer. Just a huge performance as that one's out of bounds. He was 8 of 12 from 3 and 18 points in the third quarter alone. Back against Redeemer. Off to a good start is number 5, and here he is with the ball. He'll swing it to Desjardins. Fakes a shot from the free throw line, rattles around and through for Kristen Desjardins. Had a monster game against Sheridan. The Desjardins got himself player of the game as well.
Yeah, he had a monster day off the bench, and really somebody you can kind of get in the conversation of, hey, maybe he can be a 6th man of the year.
Tough shot there for Raza. Second leading point scorer for the Mountaineers is Kazim Raza. Averages just over 10 points per game. Here's Louis. He'll try from the elbow, off the mark. And rebound finds Jackson. Quickly ahead. Here's Jenkins for Raza on the inside, and Grant turns that one away. And a couple subs here coming in for the Mountaineers midway through the first. So Dosen will check out. You talked about him, Zach, for a bit there. Dosen yet to score in this one. A leading point getter on this Mountaineers squad. on the inside. Victor Ndongo just checking into the game, but can't stop the spin move there of Irakudo.
Yeah, Irakudo did a good job of just getting away from Ndongo. He got him to bite on the first move and then just went underneath, and it was a clean basket.
Ikaruta with the bucket. So we're all square at 10 here. Another turnover from the Hawks, and they'll get it right back with the offensive foul. And that one, or rather stepping out of bounds. No, I was right, the offensive foul. So the ball swings over to Ndongo. Ndongo kick out Desjardins with 10 on the shot clock. Desjardins on the inside, can't scoop it up and in. Rebound for Jackson. Jackson swings it for Brown. And good play there by Louis. Stay with the Mountaineers.
But that's one thing I loved is Christian Desjardins. He just drove it to the lane, didn't get the basket, didn't hang his head about it. He got right back into the defensive play, tried to swipe it away, almost got the steal.
Here's Adam. Elton Adam, 10 on the shot clock here. Adam swings it back over to Jackson. He's got to put something up here. Drives to the rim. Doesn't go. It's tapping around. And right as the shot clock expires, it goes off the rim on the chance there for Carter Brown. But it'll stay with the Mountaineers with the second chance opportunity.
Yeah, this is really good interior pressure by the Mohawk Mountaineers here on the offensive side. Humber, you just got to box out your man here. It's been tough. Adrian Oluyi is a player that, you know, I've talked so highly about for the last year or so with his interior defense, and obviously that one's tough as he gets the foul right there. But he's somebody that has stepped up so mightily over the years, and last year he started on the bench and he forced the hand of head coach Omar Miles to put him into the starting lineup because, I mean, he was putting up just ridiculous numbers coming off the bench.
Hasn't started yet this season, but still one of the main men off the bench, averaging about 16 minutes per game, as Lucas Lewis will check in for the first time here tonight. And he gets up there and tries to grab that rebound, tapped it over to Ndongo. Quickly ahead for Kazadi, but just out of his reach, as Ndongo tries to force the issue just a little bit.
Yeah, right now, Humber, it kind of seems like there's just one cog missing in their motion right now. You know, whether it be a clean offensive look or the defense just kind of missing a rebound.
The third-year man Jenkins over to Jalen Jackson on the inside, but it's going to be a traveling violation. Went up and came down with it as Jackson gets called for the travel, and it'll go to the Hawks here, trailing by 1. The Mountaineers off to a great start. Last season, 11-7, so about average pack. They lost in the quarterfinals, as this one's going to be a foul here on the Mountaineers. Lost in the quarterfinals to the Durham Lords. They got a tough bracket there as they ended up losing to the eventual provincial champions in the quarters. But a really good start to the season this year. 7-0, couple wins, impressive wins against Sheridan, St. Clair, Lambton. And they're hoping for a statement win here tonight. As Desjardins turns it over, here's Adam, comes away, 1 against 3. Here's Jenkins, the triple, it's good. Scott Jenkins comes away with a 3 and the largest lead of the game for the Mountaineers.
That's a big answer right there for coming off the bench as well. He just got subbed back into this game, and he hits a big-time 3 to give his team a little bit of a lead.
Kazadi on the inside, can't finish. But Benny Kazadi, what a little story Kazadi is becoming here, Zach, for the Hawks. I think they knew the type of player they had. They knew that he was going to be an impact player. I don't know if they thought he was going to be this good with how much of an impact he's made offensively. And he's taken although Grant is having an explosive start to the season, he's taken a little bit of that pressure off of Grant as well.
I've been really intrigued with the play of Benny Kazadi to start the year. Again, obviously the third-year man, but you know, if you're somebody to invest stock into a player, I would invest a lot of stock into Kazadi for the next couple of years under a Hawks uniform.
Second on the team in points with 12 per game. As Adam quickly on the inside, can't scoop it in. Good presence there from Lewis. The ball just magically finds Adam again. Can't hit it once again. The ball's tapping around right now, and eventually it finds the aforementioned Kazadi. He'll slow things down here. Ndongo. Swing pass, Desjardins. Desjardins on the inside, can't finish. But you love the contact, and a couple more free throws for the Hawks.
Yeah, Desjardins, by no means is he the tallest player on the court, clocking in at 6'2", which is still taller than me. But, I mean, he does not care if you are 6'11 or 6'5". He will attack the rim every single time.
Third-year man, Christian Desjardins. Hawks cut into this deficit. Stuck 2 right now, but a good start. And a 1-point game after a good trip to the line. Something the Hawks have really improved upon this season, as that one is a deep one from Jenkins, doesn't go. The rebound again for the Mountaineers. This is a triple for Raza. And that one came up short, touched the rim, or touched the net rather, but well short. Desjardins. Good defense from Adam. Dosen checked back into the game, number 17 for the Mountaineers. Here's Kazadi, the corner 3. Money for Kazadi. And we got a foul down low. We might see a free throw coming up for the Hawks, but you can count the bucket for Benny.
Benny Kazadi again making an impact, but he can score at all levels. You know, if it's in the paint, he can drive and he can finish with the best of them. The mid-range jumper, it's money. And then when he's open in the corner like that, I mean, his three-point shot is lethal.
And there's a foul down low against Lewis, so you can count the bucket. So the Hawks, they haven't, oh, now they put the bucket on the board now. And 2 shots coming up for the Hawks. So it's 15-14 Humber. And Lewis with 2 free throws.
The question for me here is, how is Mohawk going to get Dosen acclimated into this game? This is a guy that's come into this one averaging a double-double, 20 points, 10 rebounds per game. He has been lethal for the Mohawk Mountaineers.
He's been quiet. I don't even think he's touched the ball on the offensive side of the play. Gets a rebound there. So like you said, let's see how they bring him into this offense. Under 2 to go here in the first. Jenkins, good defense from Desjardins, active, trying to find Ndongo, but Araza able to intercept that. Here's Dosen. See if they can get him going. Adam. Jenkins. Ball's rattling around. Lewis trying to find Desjardins, but he's tied up here. And we got a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing in the Mountaineers' favor.
And again, head coach Omar Miles, he's going to the bench again, trying to find a spark, somebody that can get the offense rolling here for the Hawks. Malik Grant got everything going early on, and then it just kind of stalled out here. Question is just who's going to be the one to step up?
Mari Anderson, the first-year man, checks in. He's got the challenge of guarding the big Marco Dosen. Here's Raza off the screen. Over to Adam. There's that matchup, Anderson and Dosa. And Ndongo comes in for the help, and it works out as Raza can't corral it, and a turnover for the Mountaineers.
Well, how about this? When you look at the box scores, only 4 players for each team have scored.
Kazadi on the inside, who can wave it off. It's an offensive foul. Omar Miles does not agree with the call, as Kazadi will pick up his second. And that's a tough one because he has been rolling. But Omar Miles, you can see, clapping his hands, loves the energy from Kazadi, but he'll check out here with under a minute and a half to go in the first.
Yeah, you can see Omar Miles get really acclimated like that, and then he'll talk to the ref and be like, so what happened there? Very calmly.
Jenkins with the jumper. That one doesn't go. Grant with the rebound. Ahead over to Kwabena Antwi. He wants the screen from Anderson. Now he'll try to swing it out, turns it over. Jenkins, it's Adam all alone, and he will lay it up and in.
Transition baskets, that's always going to be the killer, and this is what Mohawk has done so well early in this game. It's just not allowing Humber to get comfortable.
And Dungo on the inside, can't finish, trying to corral his own rebound. Here's Grant, corner triple, puts it in. Malik Grant, money from distance. Here's Adam on the inside, swatted away by Grant. Adam, 13 on the shot clock. It's a deep triple here for Richards. Bounces off the front of the rim. And Hawks will hold here for the final possession as Antwi.
How about Grant? Cashes the three on one side, hustles back to defense on the other side.
And now he's going to look to end this first quarter the way he started it. Grant, step back. It's good! Malik Grant continues to dominate. Night after night, Malik Grant. He starts the first quarter with a three-pointer. He ends it with a three-pointer, and the Hawks lead by 6 after one.
4 of 6 from the field, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. I mean, he's the reigning OCAA player for a reason, but look at this. Creates separation, gets a great look, and just drains the triple in the corner. You said it. He finished the quarter as he started it. What a game so far from Malik Grant. 3 rebounds, 12 points. Nothing short of sensational out of number 5. And, I mean, it's looking like he could possibly go back-to-back with MVPs. I don't know if it's ever been done before, but with the level of play that he's at right now, how can you not have his name in that conversation again?
It's pretty remarkable, really, because you think about it. You said OCAA Player of the Year last year. He's by far averaging better stats to start the season. Obviously, we're only 7 games in, but Malik Grant, he's shooting over 55% from 3. And this isn't game number 3. This is game number 7. Like, this is some serious numbers here.
Well, let's look at the numbers from last year, why don't we? That percentage from the field, 46 on the season. He's shooting 47.2 right now. The three-point percentage last year, well, I mean, it was casually 35. It's 54 this year. I mean, his numbers have just gotten better, averaging 19.6. Last year averaged 16.2. It is just tremendous stuff out of the fifth-year vet, and he's just trying to lead his squad back into that finals because Humber, I think they have some unfinished business when it comes to the OCAA provincial finals.
Too. And this is something you don't ever see. Is 47. This is season stats from Malik Grant so far. 47% from the field, 54% from 3, and 90% from the free throw line. Like these are
2K numbers.
I would say so. Of course, it would be an incredible feat to keep that going throughout the season. But what a start here for Humber and Malik Grant. Grant, of course, leading the way with 12 points, 3 of 4 from the field, or from 3, 4 of 6 from the field. On the other side, it's Scott Jenkins, the third-year point guard who leads the way for the Mountaineers with 6. And the main man, Marco Dosen, no field goals attempted in that first quarter. There he is with the rebound, dishes it off to Dante Richards. Over to Jenkins. Jenkins cutting on the inside. Great defense from Ndungo. Quickly ahead over to Antwi. He's got Morant flying. Here's Grant. Thought about it. Finds Ndungo. He'll try a triple. Off the mark. And Richards will let that one go out.
I think the interesting thing is we just read out all of his shooting numbers, but that was coming into tonight. They've only gotten better for what he's done so far.
It's the efficiency that really comes out and sparks at you right away. Jenkins, how that one roll off his hand. He's able to keep it alive. Here's Richards with under 10 on the shot clock. Richards, Dosen doesn't go. His first shot of the game is off the mark, and Antwi going downhill quickly. And Jenkins wanted the offensive foul, didn't get it. The ball will stick with the Hawks here with 20 on the shot clock. So Marco Dosen, we just saw his first shot of the game. Zach was a three-pointer. Anderson, Antwi for Grant. This is a good matchup for him against Jenkins. Grant, swing pass, and Dongo the triple. Doesn't go. And a rebound for Maldejan.
That's the second time we've seen Ndongo try to launch from three, and it's just been a little bit too strong.
See, they're showing a little bit more pressure to Grant offensively. Here's Jenkins. Maldejan, he'll try a triple. The big man doesn't get that one to go, and the rebound for Antwi. For Grant. Swing pass. That one's good. Nathan Wade off the bench on the pass from Malik Grant.
Well, shooting the ball well, diming it up well. It's just hard to stop number 5.
Here's Raza on the inside. Swing pass. Corner three, Richards. Didn't get it. They needed it. Rebound for Waite.
I like what Nathan Waite has done off the bench here.
Antwi cut it on the inside. That's going to be an offensive foul. That left arm just pushing off against Raza there.
Just to finish my point on Nathan Waite, he's 1 for 1. That was his first shot, three-pointer, but he's also just kind of just doing the dirty work down low. 2 rebounds already, but he's just being a nuisance to everybody at kind of entering the paint, not allowing easy shots, allowing that pass to go out and swing it around, and it's just been tough for Mohawk to do anything, and that's players that don't show up in the scorecard. That's why.
Yeah, Waite, the pretty key member coming off the bench, so this one's going to be a double dribble. Had 11 points off the bench in the win against Redeemer, as we'll get our first time out on the floor here tonight. It's going to come on the Humber side, and a pretty big swing here as we saw the Mountaineers get off to a good start, but the Hawks have responded really nicely, of course, with the presence of Malik Grant, as we'll get another look at the three-pointer from Wade.
Last basket that Mohawk made was at the 56-second mark in the first quarter. They've yet to score here in the second, and it's just something we saw out of the Humber women's team earlier on. It was just the defense has been suffocating, not allowing any room.
Pretty incredible stat. Obviously the Hawks coming to this one 6-0 on the season, but Zach, they haven't lost a regular season home game at the Hawks Nest since November 22nd of 2023.
It's been a while.
We're in 2025.
Going into 2026. I mean, this is a fun one for you if you didn't know. Humber, in games they score 100 points. They're 102-0 all time. They've never lost a game.
Pretty good, I would say. That's
yeah,
pretty good
they've
margin.
never lost a game when they scored 100 points.
Desjardins. Burke. 10 on the shot clock here for Malik Grant. And you can see that a little bit more double team here on Grant as Burke, the triple, doesn't go. Since that timeout, we've seen the Mountaineers, or rather this second quarter, as Jenkins, a long three. They needed it, and they got it. The third bucket of the game for Jenkins. He's 3 of 4 from 3.
Yeah, you're getting some life now. You got to look for somebody to spark the offense for Mohawk. If you're Humber, you're seeing Malik get double teamed. Who's going to step up?
And that'll be a foul. So the Mountaineers, after that timeout, were looking for their first bucket of the quarter. And they got it off of Scott Jenkins, who comes up with a big 3. And you see on the defensive side, Zach, the Mountaineers are doubling Malik a little bit more here in the second quarter. They're basically making somebody other than Malik Grant beat you. And I think that's got to be the mentality for Mohawk. Somebody other than Malik Grant has to beat you if you're Mohawk right now.
Yeah, and that's the key right now. At this point, it has only been 5 players to score, which includes the baskets that Dwayne Burke has just made. But other than that, it's just been the Malik Grant show early on in this game.
So here's Jenkins as Burke with a good trip of the line puts the lead back to 8. Jenkins, crafty move around Grant and a good start for Scott Jenkins. Quickly up to double digits, 11 points here through 2 for Scott Jenkins. Burke up against Raza. Good spit away move from DJ Burke. Can't get the bounce. Jenkins with a rebound.
Yeah, Scott Jenkins in the starting role here. He's done a good job giving his squad some life.
Jenkins averages 7 points per game. He's up to 11 midway through the second quarter. Here he is now with the ball against Desjardins. Jenkins from the elbow, feeling good. That one comes up short with a pile on the ground, and Grant comes away with a loose ball. Here's Burke up against Jenkins as he was looking for Waith, and it'll go off of Humber and ball to the Mountaineers.
Yeah, that bounce pass a little bit too strong to Nathan Waith. He just couldn't corral it. But on the other side of the play, you saw Christian Desjardins was wide open in the corner. They tried to get it inside. But I would like to see the Hawks, take that initiative, say, why not? You're already ahead. That three-pointer, and especially with Desjardins, who's pretty good shooting stats.
See if they try to track him on the next few possessions here. As it's Dante Richards late in the shot clock. Jackson up against Burke on the inside. A lot of contact, doesn't go. And rebound quickly head over to Desjardins. He'll fly through the middle. Doesn't go, and finally a blocking foul is called. It was late, but the Hawks get it as Desjardins will get some help getting up here. So to go against Dante Richards, that'll be his second. And Desjardins in the line.
Pretty delayed blocking call, but Desjardins, he'll take it, go to line and shoot 2.
Yeah, Mountaineers didn't like that very much.
Now Marco Dosen, I mean, he was the guy coming into this game we looked at saying he's somebody that needs to make an impact for the Mountaineers to find success. 0 for 1 shoot from the field, but 5 rebounds. That's really all he's been able to muster.
Yeah, quiet night for Dosen. He's top 5 in the league in scoring. Came into this one averaging over 20 points per game. But, yeah, you mentioned it. A little bit of an off start for him. Not very active offensively. And they need him right now with his team stuck 8 as Adam can't keep it alive off his fingertips. And a turnover. Another timeout on the floor. This time coming from Humber once again as Omar Miles will call the timeout with just over 5 minutes to go. Here in the first half, Hawks lead by 8. We saw the women's team in our first half of our doubleheader, the Mohawk Mountaineers, defeat the Humber Hawks. So the men's team trying to change a little bit of the pattern here tonight as the Mountaineers women's team continues their undefeated season. We'll see who does it here tonight.
Yeah, and in that women's game, it was a fun one to say the least. The Mohawk Mountaineers women's team, they came in and really showed why they're the reigning provincial champions. They put it to the Humber Hawks, who, credit to the Hawks, they didn't have their best game, but they kept it close. And I mean, I think if you have a good game out of Bonnick or Bapti, it's a different outcome, or at least it's a closer outcome. But nonetheless, the men's team here for the Humber Hawks, they're looking primed and ready. Again, it's a team that is just so deep from top to bottom, so much talent, and you're led by a player in Malik Grant that, I mean, he could very well go back-to-back if he keeps up the pace of what he's doing right now.
Definitely something to watch out for as this goes on. It'd be interesting to see his mindset in, this is some of the best number he's ever put up. Like, is this just a regular kind of feeling for him, or is he feeling like this is the best basketball he's played? He's coming off a provincial championship where he was a huge impact, him alongside Jalen Menzies.
Yeah, they were a lethal 1-2 combo.
And now he's taken over the reins as the #1 man. Here's Adam in the corner. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Adam puts it up. Tough play through contact. Adam with a good bucket there. 4 points for Adam here in the first half. Here's a Louis. Goes up against Adam. Can't finish. And 2 shots coming for Louis.
Kind of shocking here. I was just looking at it that Jerry Jr. Mercury not playing today. And again, that's a player that he's returned to the team after being the first CCAA player to ever be selected to the CEBL. He was drafted back in 2024. Last time Mohawk was able to get a win against Humber, it was back in 2023 on the road. It was in Mohawk, I should say. It was a 1-point game, 78-77.
Yeah, they've had some good battles over the course of the years. Humber taking both last year with pretty close margins as Desjardins triple doesn't go. Mountaineers come away with the rebound.
And that's what I wanted to see earlier in the game. It's just the transition 3 to Desjardins.
And on the back end of that, Ikarodo comes away with a bucket.
But just to finish that point, it was just, Desjardins, he is such a good shooter. You give him the looks. Granted, yes, that one he didn't make, but if you continue to give him that look of that transition 3 in the corner, more of them are going to fall than not.
Here's Grant. Right now he's got the one-on-one with Adam. Let's see if the double comes. A little bit late, but good help defense there for the Mountaineers. Chance to cut into this lead. Richards thought about a triple. He'll go baseline swing. Adam, triple. It's good. Adam. And it's a 1-possession game.
The 3-pointer, man. We've seen this Mohawk Mountaineers team over the year live or die by the 3, and that's kind of what they've been doing here in this one.
Richards drove baseline, found Adam with the 3. Here's Grant. Swings it at Desjardins. It's a long 2. It's good.
Desjardins, he is just too good of a player not to give the ball.
You called it. It's not a 3, but it's a good bucket for Desjardins. Leads back up to 5. Good response by the Hawks after back-to-back good possessions for the Mountaineers. Here's Richards. It's a transition 3. Doesn't go. Adam flies in for the rebound. Second chance opportunity. Adam. It's a long 3. Back-to-back triples for Adam. And it's a 2-point game.
They bounced it right back here.
Second chance point. Here's Grant. Can't respond as Waith flies to the ground. And this is a Mountaineers team who, they're one of the worst offensive rebounding teams in the league. They only average 10 per game. So they don't create a lot of second chance points, but they do on this one as Adam with a big 3. So second chance points not really in the repertoire for the Mountaineers, but it's been on display here so far. As a strong finish by Louis down low.
And I wanted to mention that, Humber, they shouldn't try to shoot themselves out of a little bit of a woe. Malik Grant, I think the smarter play would have been trying to find something down low.
And Dosen can't finish. He's still looking for his first bucket as he comes empty. Louis, 2.5 to go. Hawks lead by 4. Malik wants to match up with Dosen as they double team. Grant trying to spin away from it. He does. Swings it into the corner. It's a triple. It's good. Austin Jackson nails the triple after the double team comes to Grant. He's able to find Jackson in the corner. And the first-year man with a big three leads to the timeout on the floor.
That's just so much trust. Malik Grant gets double teamed at the top. You think there's nowhere to move, nowhere to go. Somehow slips through it. The strong pass into the corner. And then it's a beautiful three ball by Austin Jackson. Another look at right here. He's able just to slip through it somehow, recovers, and then he just keeps his eyes up and active. He's scanning the floor, sees Jackson wide open, and he launches the three, and it's nothing but net from the corner.
It was good defense by the Mountaineers. A double came, but a couple of guys in the corners there got caught ball watching. Hawks take advantage.
Mountaineers, they're staying close into this one, but really when you look at the scores, only 5 players have scored. All of the starters except Marco Dosen have scored. They need somebody else to step up off the bench. Humber, they're getting contributions from basically everyone, it looks like. Everyone has numbers, you know, if it's not points, it's rebounds, assists, you know, stuff like that where you look at it and you're saying, oh, they're making it really difficult for the side of the bench for Mohawk.
So here's Adam. A couple big threes here in this quarter to keep his team afloat right now. It's Jenkins. Dosen swings it out. Raza thought about a three. He'll cut on the inside. Back to Dosen, it's a long two, it's off the mark. Rebound, Raza flies in and takes it away. Here's Adam, another three, it's good. His third of the quarter, and it's a 4-point game.
Yeah, Adam is keeping them in it here. 3 of 4 now from beyond the arc.
13 points for Adam. Here's Alui against Dosen on the inside. It's a strong move, and he finishes down low.
Adrian Alui just so physical, one of the tallest players on the court. He makes the paint his home when he's down there.
Jenkins, Adam, thought about it, cutting on the inside, and he loses control. Good presence from Malik Grant. As
Grant and Adam, they're going back and forth. It's been a fun matchup between 11 and 5 so far.
Both players feeling good about their offensive games here tonight. Alui, he's feeling good as well. He'll try the 12-footer, doesn't go, off the fingertips of Ndongo. Here's Adam, transition, cutting in on the inside, trying to go up and under, but he's fouled. Good move, Elton Adam. A third-year man getting his 4th start of the season. And he's taken advantage of an opportunity. Off to a great start, 13 points and a trip to the line.
Hey, he's getting a good look here, and that's exactly what we like to see. On the year so far, his high was 16. In his career with the Mountaineers, 26. That was back on February 9th, 2025 against Canadore.
He's really been the main guy to come off the bench for the Mountaineers. But started a few games, and like I mentioned, his 4th start of the season. Coming into this one, very surprising stat. Only 15% from 3 this season is Adam. You could not tell that by the way he's been shooting it here today. Jackson turns it over. Jenkins will take it away. 30.
Casually shooting 75% right now.
Yeah, it's on the inside. A good, strong finish by Carter Brown. 6-second differential between the game shot and shot clock. Alui back on the inside and finishes, plus the foul for Adrian Alui. A huge second quarter for number 14, and he'll head to the line looking for a 3-point play.
When you look at Adrian Alui and the player that he has kind of grown into, the 4th-year player, you know, before last season, he appeared in games, he never started them. Last year, 17 appearances, 8 games started, but those 8 games were down the stretch because he forced the hand of Omar Miles. He was just performing at his highest.
And this year, he's kind of taken that role of a 6th man, at least to start the season.
It's a dangerous 6th man to have, too.
Definitely is. Averaging 11 points per game. As he'll check out here for the final 18 seconds. Shot clock is off. Mountaineers will try to hold for the final shot. Down by 6, a chance to make this a one-possession game as we head to the half. Adam. Raza, it's a deep 3. Off the mark. Desjardins will scoop it up with 2 on the shot clock. He thought about it, but he will just slow it down. Don't want to ruin that field goal percentage as Desjardins will hold that one. But it's a heck of a first half. The offense was rolling on both sides. Grant with a huge first quarter. Ultimatum with a huge second quarter for the Mountaineers, but it's the Hawks who lead through 6 after the first half.
Yeah, the story has been Malik Grant. I mean, if he's not scoring, he's diming up his teammates, and if he's not doing that, well, he's playing some spectacular defense, and that's really just been the story of it.
So the first half is done. The second half should be a good one. It's a 6-point Hawks lead after the first. We'll be back for second half coverage coming up after this. Welcome back to the Hawks Nest. Second half action between the Hawks and the Mountaineers about to get underway. Kyle Dalton alongside Zach Benoit here with you tonight. Second half of our doubleheader. And Zach, it's the Hawks who lead this one by 6. They led as many as 9 at one point in that first half. Mountaineers were able to come back a little bit, but the Hawks offense really started to pick up in that second quarter.
Well, it was all the man, number 11, Elton Adam, who just started popping off, really, from beyond the arc to end that quarter.
Yeah, Adam, 12 points alone in that second quarter, 14 for the game, but he turns it over on the first possession for the Mountaineers. And it's Aluyi. Burke, triple off the mark. Burke 4 points on the game, and it's quickly head over to Jenkins. Jenkins with 11 points. As it's a corner 3 for Richards, off the mark, weak side, a rebound for Grant. Grant with 12 points for the Hawks. You can make it 15. Malik Grant, another triple, his 4th of the game.
He's not missing, and it's mind-boggling that he's getting better and better as the season goes on.
4 of 5 from 3 for Malik Grant. 15 points, he had none in that second quarter. All 12 points came in that first quarter, which was something I was about to say until he kind of interrupted me there with that 3-pointer. Malik Grant, corner triple.
That's just a player that's just seeing the game so well right now. Not only is he doing it offensively, the defense is strong, the playmaking is strong, and also the leadership.
It's super efficient night as the Mountaineers turn it over. Hawks defense forces it. 5 of 7 from the field, 4 of 5 from 3 for Malik Grant.
And 1 of 1 from the free throw line.
1 of 1 from the free throw line. And here he is now against Adam. Dosen, double team comes and almost found Antwi. Ball's corralling, and Antwi comes away with it. Triple for Kazadi, off the mark. Burke trying to fly in for the rebound, and it'll be a foul on Adam. That'll be Adam's second. But you can see that double team is coming whenever they can. The Mountaineers have kind of pushed that double team on Grant and forcing the ball out of his hands. 14 on the shot clock. Antwi. Burke. Burke on the inside, gets cut off. He'll settle for the jumper. It's off the mark. Kazadi with the weak side rebound. He'll go up strong. It doesn't go. Gets his own rebound. A third chance. And a 4th. Taps it up and in. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 from Kazadi.
I need to see all those rebounds on the stat sheet now.
Here's a 3-pointer. A response by Kazim Raza. 8-point game. Mountaineers needed that one. Marco Dosen still looking for his first bucket of the game. Burke on the inside, lefty finish, doesn't go, and Dosen making an impact defensively with the rebound.
Yeah, that's what he's been doing really all game long, is just the boards for Dosen. He hasn't been able to score. 0 of 3 from the field. It's just been a tough offensive day for Marco Dosen.
He's really not getting the opportunity. It's not like missing too many. So still lots of time on the shot clock. 17 as Jenkins will inbound it. With the Mountaineers down 8. Jenkins just gets it in at the last second off the foot of Grant. Raza. Dante Richards. Richards, Dosen, that one's off the mark. It's an air ball from 3. And the struggles for Marco Dosen continue. Only shoots at 35% from 3. 60% from the field, but an off night for the big man. Antwi, good cut by Burke, and Dosen at the rim. Oh, man. I have to have another look at that one. That looked like it was a great block by Dosen, but He'll get charged with a foul.
Yeah, Dosen went up, arms straight. And I think the reasoning that the ref is given to the head coach is when he went up, he didn't just go straight up. He went to he moved to the side. I would have still given him the block if I'm being honest.
Heck of a play by Dosen. And you can tell his, the presence that he has defensively is remarkable. And from what we're seeing, obviously we haven't seen that offensive power that we are accustomed to from Dosen here tonight. Still some time. Hawks have done a good job to limit his action offensively. That's been a key to it as well. Jenkins. Here's Dosen now. Slips. Had to dish it to Adam, and he turns it over. It's forced off of the hands of Dosen.
That's just great defense by Louis and then by Burke.
And Dosen checks out now. Searching for answers. Hawks match their largest lead of the game. Burke. Looking for Louis. Can't find him. And Adam straddling the line will bring it through on the Humber side. Adam. Richards. Burke knocked that out of his hands, and Richards lost it. And Dongo, or rather that was Kazadi who tried to grab it. And Jenkins. Raza. And that might be a travel, it is. So not the cleanest of possessions there on both sides. And it's going to lead to our first time out of the half.
And it's a 9-point lead for the Hawks, and really, they've just been in control. The pace is what I'm looking at for between these two teams. It's which team is going to dictate the pace of play and really kind of hold the edge that way, and it's just been Humber. Again, Malik Grant, this is the three-pointer that put him to 4 of 5 from beyond the arc. He is having a sensational night right now, and I mean, it's not even close.
Hasn't taken that many shots, but I think we mentioned he's been very efficient. 5 of 7 from the field. And 15 points for number 5. For the Mountaineers coming to this one, 7-0 on the season. One of the better offensive teams in this league. They ranked 5th in field goal percentage, top 10 in three-point shooting. And they're one of the best free throw shooting teams in the league. The issue is they've only been to the line 4 times here in this game. The Hawks coming into the second half, 12 of 14 from the line. So they've been to the free throw line 10 more times than the Mountaineers. And right now leading by 9 is Humber. Mountaineers shot 37% in that first half. Here's Kazadi out of the timeout. Kazadi, it's a straight on 3, comes up short, and Jenkins and Richards come together for the rebound. Jenkins, Richards. Kazadi comes away with the kickball violation. Good defense. 17 on the shot clock here. And Jenkins. Got to get it in. Just throws it up at the rim. And another turnover for the Mountaineers. I had 10 in the first half.
Humber is just looking so strong. They're not allowing anything on the interior.
Louis cuts it on the inside. What a finish by Adrian Louis.
Adrian Louis just continues to have good games quietly, where nobody just expects him to do what he does, but the production is always there.
9 points for Louis. Raza thought about it. Richards, baseline, turns it over. Kazadi comes away with it with the help of Antwi. Aluyi, swing Grant, extra pass. Antwi corner three, money! The extra pass, ball's moving around, and it's a corner three for Antwi. Now Grant comes away with a steal for Burke. Back to Grant, lays it up and in.
I mean, Malik Grant is doing a good job finishing at the rim, shooting from beyond the arc, distributing the ball. He's just been everywhere tonight.
Jenkins, step back three, doesn't go. A rebound, flying in and turned away by Aluyi. Raza turns, spins it in. And the lead is now 56-42. Kazadi, it's another corner three. That one doesn't go. Jenkins flies in for the rebound. Jenkins, Raza, transition three, puts it in. Kazim Raza, when they needed it most, cuts the lead to 11.
This is still a close game. I mean, Humber have come out here swinging in the third quarter, but Mohawk, they're answering right on back.
5-0 sprint for the Mountaineers. With some bodies coming on the next timeout as Antwi will try a three. Kept alive. Jenkins tries to come away with it. Antwi's right there, puts it up and in as the shot clock expires, but what a play by Kazadi to keep it alive.
Told you, you put your stock into Benny Kazadi.
Three-pointer on the back end of it doesn't go. Antwi with the easy rebound. He'll go downhill, back the other way, moves around Jenkins and lays it up and in. Timeout on the floor as the Hawks defense to offense. And a little bit of magic from Antwi. And it's a 15-point lead, the largest of the game.
Their transition game, I mean, it's one of the best. But can we just talk about what Benny Kazadi just did? Everybody on the side of the Mountaineers just gave up on the ball, expected it to be out of bounds, their possession. And then Benny Kazadi does not give up on the play, plays all the way through, gets the ball in, gets it to Antwi, and then Antwi gets the first basket, and he gets that one with a nice little Euro move to get around the block there. But, I mean, just tremendous work out of the Humber Hawks. Really, everybody is just stepping up when they need to be. Malik Grant, the captain, the leader, he's doing everything you could ask him to do. But the secondary scoring, Adrian Aluyi, Christian Desjardins, Kwabena Antwi, Benny Kazadi, they're all closing in on double-digit points as well.
It's the depth of this Humber team. Omar Miles loves to play pretty much everybody on a nightly basis. And why not when it's had the success that it's had? So the Mountaineers had 6 players on the floor there for a second. Raza quickly came off. Jenkins with a triple, it doesn't go. Some confusion there for the Mountaineers coming out of the timeout. And we got a jump ball and possession arrow pointing in the Hawks' favor. But an odd play coming out of the timeout as Raza sprinted off the floor. Mountaineers almost got called with a too many men on the floor penalty.
Is that the same like hockey where you just get
too many men?
You just get a 2-minute penalty?
I don't see that too often, especially coming out of a timeout. Either way, Hawks take back possession. It's Waite. Brady Clark back over to Waite. Desjardins, Grant, Waite, wide open three. Off the mark, Lewis flies in for the rebound, tries to put it back up off the hands of Dosen. And stolen away by Adam. And here's Dosen, the big man looking for his first bucket of the game. They need him to get going if they're gonna get back into this one. Down 15. Richards, baseline pass off the fingertips, no, threw it out of bounds.
Again, the interior defense has been just spectacular from Humber. They aren't letting anybody get inside, and when you're doing that, you're forcing shots outside to players that are probably uncomfortable. You know, Dosen, can he hit a three-pointer? Yeah, he can, but when you're consistently pushing him out of the paint, it makes him uncomfortable.
Grant is a long three, off the mark. Brady Clark flies in for the rebound, but he'll get called for the foul.
He's human. He can miss multiple threes.
I haven't said much of that this season from Malik Grant.
Just absolutely mind-boggling, the numbers he's put up, and again, just what he's done here tonight.
I give credit. You talked about the interior defense. Lucas Lewis playing a big part of that. Louis, when he's on the floor against Dosen, has played a big factor down low. Richards, here's Dosen, and can't finish, but he will head to the line. Only the third trip of the game for the Mountaineers. The free throw line.
And if you're Marco Dosen right now, you just want to get one.
You want to see it go through.
Yeah, just get one on the board, get comfortable, and there you go. So now you have one on the board. You're not going to be held to that, donut, but you just got to continue to work off of this.
Hawks have a lot of big men and match up pretty well against Dosen, and it's shown here so far tonight as Desjardins. Back over to Waite. Cutting on the inside. Waite spins away Grant. Desjardins. It's a long three. It's off the mark. Lewis trying to fly in for the rebound. And a good rebound there by Carter Brown. He'll take it back the other way. Here's Brown over to Dosen on the inside, and there it is. You mentioned it. Saw one go through on the free throw, and he finds his first field goal.
And it looks like he just has an extra pep in his step, getting down the court real quick.
And we got a jump ball, possession arrow in the Mountaineers' favor. And just like that, a couple buckets for Dosen, and the Mountaineers have a chance to cut this to or under 10 points. $11-point game. 4-0 sprint here for the Mountaineers. As Dosen finally in on the action. Jenkins. I see the tug on Dosen there. A lot of energy right now being spent to stop Dosen, but the Hawks in the penalty will send Dosen back to the free throw line. Or pardon me, one more foul and then bonus. So baseline, off the inbound, good play. Adam finishes it off, and lead is cut to 9. A 6-0 sprint for the Mountaineers late in this third. Desjardins, Grant, swing pass, Brady Clark. It's a triple, doesn't go. Desjardins flies in for the rebound, but it's too strong and rolls off the front of the rim. Adam back the other way. Up against Grant, he'll stop up, tries to put it up, and Louis turns it away.
The guardian of the paint, Adrian Louis, does it again. Just really good awareness of what's going on. He read the play, tracked it the whole way through. Take another look at it right here. Goes swatting, comes through, sees it, and that's going about 3 rows deep.
Great patience by Louis. Waite and Desjardins check out. 16 on the shot clock. Jenkins, Adam. Dosen now can't corral it, and it pops out of his hands. Brady Clark, Grant, Burke, back to Grant. Doesn't go off the top of the rim. Brady Clark back to Grant. Steps away, another try for 3, puts it in. Malik Grant with a slide step 3, and the Hawks lead by 12.
5 of 7 from beyond the arc, and oh my God, he's doing everything.
And now he turns it away. Here's Antwi. Burke on the inside, up and in, plus the foul. Defense to offense. Malik Grant and Burke finishes the back end of the play, and the lead balloons back up to 14. Let's have another look at it.
Look at this, 3-pointer, but not only does he do this, he transitions back to defense, gets back there, gets a big-time block, and just transitions the play right back down the court.
The fly-by 3 for Malik Grant, and you mentioned it. More impressive is that big block that leads to the bucket for Burke.
He is shooting 70% right now from the field.
And it's growing as the games go by. I know the winter break is coming soon, but I don't think Malik Grant wants to stop playing right now. Raza. Dosen. 5 on the shot clock. Brown. Trying to find Dosen in the presence by Louis. Here's Grant. Brady Clark. And lost it out of his hands.
Again, it's just the perimeter. They're making it so difficult because the game plan for Mohawk is feed Dosen down low. That's the plan. Adrian Aluyi is just being so pesky on number 17. They try to get a pass down to him. He's swatting everything away. It's a loose ball, and then it's just panic ensuing all around the mid-range.
A favorable matchup for the Mountaineers that they have been getting so far this season with Dosen, like you mentioned, is just not there here tonight. Give credit to Aluyi along with Lewis, who's had his moments as well. Raza. There's Dosen. Left hand doesn't go. Rebound for Brown. Shot clock is off. Time is ticking here. 10 seconds. See if they can get one here. Hawks lead by 12. It's Antwi. Burke in the corner. It's a triple. Off the mark. Rebound for Ndongo. Tries to throw it up at the buzzer. No foul called. No bucket. And that's the end of the third quarter. It's a 12-point Hawks lead. They led by as much as 15. The Mountaineers cut it close, but a little bit of a run there by Malik Grant, along with some counterparts, as giving the Hawks a 12-point lead after 3 quarters.
Malik Grant, 20 points. Rest of his team all still in single digits, but it's a lot of players with points between 7 and 9. On the other side, 3 players in double digits for Mohawk. Adam, Jenkins, and Raza. Adam 16, Jenkins 11, and Raza 10. But what a game it has been. I mean, Malik Grant, from the get-go, seconds into this game, pulls up for 3 and hits it. First quarter ends, pulls up for 3 and hits it. He's just been everywhere.
He really has, and defensively as well, has had a huge impact. As we get a look here at the finish by Brown on the inside. So the Mountaineers with some work to do here in the fourth. Trailing by 12. Head coach Jamie Girlametto looking for some answers here. And you mentioned it, Grant 20 points on the night. Christian Desjardins 8 points off the bench. And just an unbelievable efficient night from Malik Grant. I mean, it's just sickening. He continues to be so efficient this season. 70% from the field here tonight. Big difference right now in this game, Zach, is the free throws. 17 free throw attempts for the Hawks. They're shooting it pretty well, 76% from the line. Only 6 attempts on the game for the Mountaineers. So they're plus 11 right now on the free throws.
Largest lead in this game for Mohawk was 4 points back in the first quarter, 3:22 on the clock. Other than that, it's just been all Humber.
Brady Clark, it's a long 3, it's off the mark. Dosen flies in for the rebound and gets swatted by Bird. So an early foul on the Hawks, just 16 seconds into the final quarter of play. Here's Jenkins. Dosen, Raza, it's a corner 3. It's good, plus the foul for Kazim Raza. And the last thing you want if you're the Hawks right now, it's Raza to the line, a chance for a 4-point play early in the fourth.
Could that be the kind of motivation and momentum that Mohawk need? They currently trail by 11, but look at this play. Beyond the arc, you get the tray, and now you get a chance for 4.
So just like that, Raza the fourth-year man, a chance to bring this to an 8-point game, and he does. So there you go. And 2 quick fouls in the first 30 seconds for the Hawks. Something to keep an eye on. This is a very good free throw shooting team, one of the best in the Mountaineers, so you don't want to give them opportunities at the line. Burke cuts baseline on the inside, scoops it up, doesn't go. Dosen with a rebound. Here's Adam. Quickly to Brown, back to Adam on the inside, doesn't go. And it's an offensive foul. Oh, that's a big call there, as that would have been the 3rd team foul. But Adam will get charged for it, his 3rd.
Yeah, Burke wisely just sets the legs down, doesn't move, stationary, and he just eats the hit there.
A couple early fouls for both sides here. A minute in. Antwi. Brady Clark. Burke, the 3. It's money for DJ Burke. That's a big one. Leads back to 11. Jenkins spins away. Raza looking for another triple. This one's a bit short. Brown corrals the rebound. Back to Dosen. Jenkins, it's a wide open 3. And it's good. The response for the Mountaineers, and it's back to an 8-point game.
That's what the Mountaineers are continuing to look for. It's just that response. They need one big stop and then a 3, and you're really right back into this.
Jenkins with 14 points. Brady Clark from the free throw line. It doesn't go. A struggle tonight for BC as that Raza puts it up and in. It's another and 1 for Raza. This time the old-fashioned way. And it's a chance to cut this lead to 5. Just a minute 40 into this 4th quarter.
Kazim Raza has come to life. He is shooting 5 of 10 from the field, 3 of 8 from beyond the arc. So make it 6 of 11. He has 16 points, chance to lead his team here if he gets this one with 17. But what a 4th quarter, a start to a 4th quarter it's been for number 14.
Yeah, 3-point play and a 4-point play. And just like that, it's a 5-point game. We came in this corner with with the Hawks leading by 12. Louis, man, that is a strong finish.
When in doubt, you know you have Adrian Louis out there. He's going to be strong to the net.
Good response by Humber. They go to their sure man, and a turnover by Adam. Quickly ahead for Kazadi. He'll throw it down! Kazadi with the hammer!
When in doubt, Benny Kazadi, you got to get the energy back up in this place for the Hawks. That's exactly what he does.
Woo! And Louis turns it away. Back up and in. Second chance effort for Jackson.
Louis got the first swing, tried for the second, swing and a miss, but if he got that second one, I mean, this place would have went crazy.
Kazadi with a huge slam on one end, and Louis with the rejection on the other. Here's Grant. One-on-one against Raza. He'll swing it for Berg. It's a 3. Doesn't go. A lot of contact. The ball finds Grant. He can't scoop it in. The rebound is for Kazadi, who gets fouled, and he'll head to the line with Omar Miles looking for some contact on that 3 from Berg. Oh, let's have another look at it, Zach. It's Kazadi with the big slam.
Oh my God, you can hear that all the way out in Oshawa. It's a loud slam heard nationwide.
Get out of the way.
Oh man, Benny Kazadi.
This kid is something else, man.
The stock is rising. That's a name you're going to remember in Humber Hawks men's basketball.
The athleticism is off the charts. Kazadi with 11 points now, chance for 12. Finish off a good trip to the free throw line, and he does just that. Just under 80% from the free throw line for Kazadi. Does well on that trip, leads back up to 9. Jackson, here's Dosen. Jenkins, he's dangerous from 3. It's a long 2. It's swatted away by Louis. Another block. This time it finds Jenkins, and a strong up and over the presence of Grant.
Oh man, Adrian Oluyi is just blocking everything in his sights right now. What a game it's been at a 14. A quietly good game because he got Malik Grant at 20.
Another three, doesn't go. Oluyi tries to fly in for the rebound. He gets it and he puts it up and in. Right on cue for Oluyi.
Is this the game Adrian Oluyi needed to kind of have another impactful season as a Humber Hawk?
Raza thought about a three, he'll cut it on the inside. The floater over Grant again. Kazim Raza, 9 points here in the fourth. 76-69. It's a back and forth effort. Give credit to the Mountaineers. They're sticking around right now. 6 minutes to go.
The Mountaineers got hot. Humber responded, and now the Mountaineers just need Humber to get a stop.
Kazadi over to Oluyi. 5 on the shot clock, but we got a reach and foul on Dosen. And hold up. That'll be Dosen's fourth. Something to keep an eye on here. Dosen with 4 fouls. He's been quiet offensively, but still a presence down low. Here's Grant off the inbound. And 2 shots coming up from Malik. Dosen's going to check out with those 4 fouls.
Yeah, it's just been a tough night for Marco Dosen. 8 rebounds. He's still getting the boards. It's just he just hasn't been able to get the offense going, and that's just credit to the plan that Humber came in with.
So a 20-piece for Malik Grant. 21 now.
Three from the free throw line.
Great money. 9-point lead for the Hawks. Jenkins. Good defense from Burke. Richards cutting on the inside. Pass down low, blocked away. Guess who? It's Oluyi. Richards, Jenkins, 5 on the shot clock. It's Raza. It's a 3. That one's off the mark. Oluyi trying to fly in for the rebound. Poked up and out of bounds. Off of the Mountaineers, and another possession, Zach, where your guy, Oluyi, picks up another block.
I really need to know how many blocks Adrian Oluyi has just in this quarter alone. I mean, it has been nothing short of remarkable of what he's been able to do in the paint. He had 1 block coming into the fourth quarter. I mean, he might be at 5 or 6 right now.
I was about to say, it's got to be along those marks, as that one slips through the fingertips of Desjardins. So turnover here, 5.5 to go. Adam has been quiet since that big second quarter, but Raza has picked up his pace here in the fourth. Adam. Richards. Here's Raza again on the inside. That looked like a lot of contact, and it was. Oluyi will pick up the foul. That'll be his 4th. So another thing to keep an eye on, both teams with some players in foul trouble.
And obviously Adrian Oluyi, the impact that he has on the court, it's tough losing him, especially what he's been able to do blocking inside the paint.
He's going to check out here. Amari Anderson will check in on the next stoppage. Actually, Omar Miles changes his mind. Sends Anderson to the bench and send back Brady Clark. So Brady Clark will check in. Omar Miles going a little bit smaller with Dosen on the bench. Just over 5 to go, 7-point game. Mountaineers cut it all the way down to 6 here in the fourth. Hawks have able to hold the Mountaineers off. Here's Grant against Adam. Good matchup here. Grant, swing pass, Kazadi. It's a tough 3, it's off the mark. Brady Clark flies in for the rebound, scoops it up, off the mark. Burke taps it, can't finish. Desjardins is there, loose ball, where is it? It's on the baseline, and it's straddling the line. And somehow it's off the Mountaineers and will stay with the Hawks.
I don't know. Credit to you for being able to call what was going on there. I lost track of it. I mean, I thought it was a jump ball at one point, and then it kept rolling down the line. I don't know who touched it on the line. It was all over the place, partner.
And it will stay with the Hawks with 14 on the shot clock and a timeout on the floor.
But again, this is why you have the 20/20 vision. I wear the glasses in the duo here.
I can't say I could see what was going on. The monitor helping out a little bit, I would say, as we'll have another look at that nifty move from Antwi earlier on in this game.
That was a part of a two-possession kind of stretch that Humber had where the defense looked so strong, but then the offense was just creating so much. But what a game overall has been from the Humber Hawks. I mean, everybody contributing here. Malik Grant, 22 points. Adrian Alui, 13. Benny Kazadi, 11. Dwayne Burke, 10. Desjardins, 8. Antwi, 7. I mean, up and down, there has just been contributions. And on a night where Isaiah Brady Clark, a guy that we've seen, have nights where he can pop off, he hasn't done anything offensively, but his team has just been picking him up.
They certainly have. Kazadi, Alui with some big nights, of course, Grant. And this is a good test for Humber. Mohawk, they're a good squad. The Hawks have, let's, call a spade a spade. They've been in some blowouts on the right end of it for most of the season, so.
Well, this is a team that's also ranked #1 in the country.
Yeah, and there's Grant. Great inbound play. Kazadi with a good screen. Clark with a nice pass, and Malik Grant picks up another bucket, 24 for Malik. Adam. Mountaineers, they got to go, and they need some stops. Jenkins, Richards. Good closeout defense there by Kazadi. And Grant's going to get charged for the kick ball. That'll reset the shot clock to 14.
It's always fun to me when I see, a player stick out his leg to try to block the pass. I'm like, it's going to be called a kick ball every time.
Yep. More instinct, I think, than anything.
I think that's what it is. I think it's just all pure instinct.
Raza off the inbound. Set up Adam here. One-on-one against Burke. Cuts it on the inside. Brady Clark took all of that. It's an offensive foul. IBC sat there and took it.
That is just a risky play out of IBC, but it's a play that you got to respect if you're his teammates. He has 4 fouls, so if he had any movement on that block, he's out of the game, but he took that for his team. Again, the offense might not be there, but he is performing right now where it matters.
Yeah, no points from Brady Clark, but still playing with a ton of energy. Grant, Antwi, it's a triple. It's off the mark. Burke with the weak side rebound. And good effort from Burke. He'll head to the line. Antwi, obviously not known for his three-point shooting. Made one earlier, but that one's off the mark. DJ Burke to the line here. DJ, a quiet night, or I'd rather say a surprisingly 10 points. It looks like been one of those players who started this season in all 6 games, averaging 7 points per game, and a pretty good 11-point performance so far for DJ.
Well, so far 6 of those are from the free throw line. He's just getting to the line, doing a really good job taking what the defense is giving him.
I was trying to say there was a sneaky 11 points for Burke. Here's Raza. Good fake by Raza. Good fourth here for number 14. He's got 11 in the fourth alone.
Yeah, he's really just turned a switch on here, and he's keeping his squad in it. I mean, it's still a very close game.
Back and forth here, but the Hawks will take that all day long with 3:45 to go. The Mountaineers need some stops. It's Grant. Tough shot. Brady Clark flying in for the rebound. Finds Grant in the corner for 3. Off the mark. Dosen taps it right back to Brady Clark. Here's Brady Clark, a 3. Doesn't go. And a rebound for Jenkins.
IBC, man, if he was on his game, this is a very different outcome, but he's still playing hard, not giving up on any play.
Jenkins loses control. A big missed opportunity for the Mountaineers off the miss from the Hawks. 8-point game, just over 3 to go. Here's Burke. Pass inside for Brady Clark, tapped away by Raza. Still lots of time here. 3 minutes to go.
8-point game.
Mountaineers with 1 timeout left. Hawks have 2. And that one's out of the hands of Aluyi. Jenkins quickly ahead for Raza. He'll take the contact, scoops it up and in. Plus the foul for Kazim Raza. And the 3rd time alone here in the 4th quarter. He will head to the line on an and one. What a 4th here for Raza. Let's have another look.
And I mean, it's an interesting call because you can see Aluyi, he thought about jumping up, but he understood. Yeah, that's Aluyi's 5th. That's just a tough break because he understood the situation as well. He had 4 fouls. He didn't want to foul out. He could have went up for the block. He backed up, but the ref still said he got in the way.
And if you're the Mountaineers right now, no Aluyi in the game, no Lewis. This is when your big man Dosun's got to get going offensively. It's a 5-point game after the 3-point play from Raza. Here's Aluyi. Slips, but able to dish it out to Brady Clark, who spins away. Brady Clark, the jumper. A lot of contact. It's up and in, plus the foul. And it's going to be 2 free throws coming up as Raza dragged down Burke at the end of the play. And it looks like Burke is heading to the line.
DJ Burke has now 9 free throws. He's about to get 10 and 11.
Let's have another look. Brady Clark gets the bucket, but watch the flying play here, Raza. Interesting call. Looked like a 50-50 battle there. Could have gone either way.
Yeah, 2 players kind of just battling for positioning, and then it looked like Raza either got the better edge of Burke or Burke would have just slipped, but nonetheless, they'll take the free throws.
So Lewis will come in to try to match up against Dosun.
Yeah, get some size on size here, the big man.
So that's a big swing. An opportunity for unconventional 4-point play with the bucket from IBC and then now the couple free throws from Burke. As we have the Mountaineers women's basketball team off
to our left.
Yelling to try to stop DJ from scoring on the free throw line. First,
when you think about it, we're kind of positioned in an awkward spot sometimes.
Yeah, I can't really blame them. It's more just like, why are we in this position? Now we're going to get fouled on the other side, so we'll count the bucket. And it's going to be a push. So we're in bonus for both sides. So
just a free throw game, man. That's what it is.
And the Hawks, I don't think they really want to play this free throw game because the Mountaineers are a really good free throw shooting team. They shoot it at 70%, which is 2nd in the OCAA. Hawks shoot it at 63%, which is, I would say, in the second half of the league. And Razo, what a 4th quarter for number 14. 28 points on the game for Raza. And he has 18 here in the 4th alone.
Yeah, he came alive. I mean, he did everything he possibly could for his team here to have a chance. And granted, they're still in it. It is a 8-point game right now.
He's got 2 3-point plays and 1 4-point play in the 4th alone. As Kazadi going up against 3 different Mountaineers, and he comes away with it and puts it up and in. Benny Kazadi. Here's Dosun. Swing pass. Richards in the corner. It's a transition 3 quickly. And it's a 6-point game.
2 minutes. Anything can happen in the final 2 minutes. If you're Humber, you got to continue to play your game. Hold that interior defense. Do not let Dosun beat you in the last couple of minutes.
Brady Clark over to Grant. Antwi, they give him the 3, and it's way off. It's off the mark. It's an air ball, but the ball finds Kazadi. Burke the 3. Money! DJ Burke, clutch 3. 9-point lead with under 2 to go.
Talk about the sneaky game out of DJ Burke while he's continuing to pile on.
Oh, right back. Elton Adam answers, and a timeout on the floor. as both teams firing on all cylinders. And we got a 6-point game with 93 seconds to go.
We came into the day with 4 undefeated teams. 2 of them were gonna leave with 1 defeat here. But I mean, what a game we're getting here. You thought the women's game was a solid one. The men's game is elevated to another degree. Oh my.
DJ Berg with a huge 3 on one end to make it a 9-point game. He's got 16 for the game. But then on the back end of that play, Elton Adam, who had a huge second quarter, he's been quiet since, comes up with a huge 3.
Elton Adam, 19 points, and again, that beats his season high of 16.
Some huge performances here from the Mountaineers.
Again, this is the Elton Adam 3-pointer. Look at that. Just nothing but net. I mean, these 2 teams are showing why they're both undefeated, why they're both nationally ranked. Again, a matchup of 1 versus 7 in the country.
You saw Omar Miles there was not happy after that 3-pointer. That was back-to-back possessions of transition 3 balls in the corner. And immediately he called a timeout. He was not happy with that transition defense. After a make 2, the DJ Berg 3 led to a quick transition 3 for the Mountaineers. So we got a 6-point game.
Mohawk coming into this game, their 3-point percentage was 10th in the OCAA at 31%. I mean, they are just letting it fly. 3-pointers made per game was only 7.
Antwi, you could see they're giving him that 3 ball. Burke, Antwi, cutting on the inside, slide, step, rattles around and through.
If you're Kobena Antwi, that's the kind of play you need to have for the remainder of this game. Big takeaway.
Jenkins turns it over. IBC will slow things down here. Quickly ahead, Kazadi. Dosen on the inside, and he's fouled. Let's see if that's on Dosen. That might be his 5th. It's on Dosen or it's on Adam, pardon me, and either way, it'll be one of their 5th.
It was on Dosen. I believe they just said 17.
So there you go. Dosen, 4 points. And that's all for the big man here tonight. His lowest scoring performance of the season.
Humber had a plan, and that was, they executed to perfection. You shut down the paint, you shut down the big man.
Yeah.
Coming into this game, he was averaging a double-double. Not even able to get into double digits with rebounds tonight, only 8 on the board.
And it's been the 3 ball tonight for the Mountaineers that has kept them in this game, which doesn't really favor Dosen. Dosen loves down low. And like you mentioned, Hawks have done a really good job at taking that away. So Kazadi misses on the first attempt. Big free throws here. And 1 of 2 at the line for number 23. 15 points for Kazadi.
13 3-pointers have been hit for the Mountaineers. Again, that's just more than they normally shoot in a game.
Jenkins, Raza, back to Jenkins. Adam in the corner. As we're in the final minute here. Sliding around, shot clock is at 5. Jenkins puts up a long 3 off the mark. Rebound for Brady Clark. Under a minute to go. Hawks lead by 9 in the driver's seat right now. Got to close.
Yeah, and if you're Humber right here, all you got to do is just play the clock.
Burke, Grant, ooh. Off the mark, but it won't count either way. It's a foul. Bonus time and free throws coming up for Burke.
You got to think if these free throws are a hit, I mean, it might seal the deal in this game. Just the clock, it's not in favor of the Mountaineers.
It's not, but man, what a 4th quarter this has been. High-powered offense on both sides. Mountaineers right now with 31 points here in the 4th.
This could very well be a playoff match we see down the road.
I mean, well be for sure.
Fantastic play out of both teams. Humber really showing why they're the reigning CCAA champions and you know why they were atop the league last year. And then Mohawk, they've just come in and they played such a strong game. Kazim Raza has just been lights out.
That one's off the mark for Berg. Mountaineers got to go. Raza. The floater off the mark, flying in is Adam. And the rebound scooped up by Kazadi over to Brady Clark, and he gets fouled. And that should just about do it. As the Mountaineers come up empty on that trip, high fives are coming around here with under 30 seconds to go. And the Hawks in the driver's seat with Brady Clark at the line.
How about this? Isaiah Brady Clark, a guy who's been struggling all game long with the shooting, is able to try to finish off the night on a positive note, and that's a good sign getting the first one.
And we know the Hawks win the majority of their games based off of the defense, but sometimes you need an offensive performance when the other team is shooting on all cylinders. Give the Hawks credit. As much as we give the Mountaineers their credit as well, the Hawks stuck with them shot for shot and were able to hold them off for most of this one.
Yeah, the big difference makers in this game were Benny Kazadi and Malik Grant. Even Dwayne Burke from the free throw line just doing everything to draw calls.
On the inside with the left hand, doesn't go. But Adam will head to the line. Good night for Elton Adam, 19 points rather. Chance for 20 here for Adam at the line.
This is also the last home game of the year 2025 for the Humber Hawks.
A couple more games on the road before the end of the first half of the season. And the Hawks will return back the second week of January.
Fanshawe Falcons come to town, January 14th.
That was a good matchup when the Falcons come to town. Still yet to see St. Clair as well. They'll be here later on in the season, as that free throw is no good from Adam. He gets his own rebound. And the ball finds Jenkins, 15 seconds to go in this one. Raz has to put up a shot. It rattles off the rim. Burke flies in for the rebound, and Antwi will dribble this one out. The Hawks will win this one by a score of 95 to 85. Grant's thinking about it, but he'll just dribble it out, and the Hawks improve to 7-0 on the season. The Falcons pick up their first loss, ending their undefeated season, but the Hawks continue their dominant performance at home, and the undefeated season continues on the back of Malik Grant, but it was really an all-around performance from the Humber Hawks here tonight.
Up and down this roster, players perform. Malik Grant, the shooting was there. Dwayne Burke from the free throw line, that was the biggest impact of the night. He was lights out from the free throw line. Benny Kazadi, Adrian Aluyi, great secondary options, and then you had your depth guys in Desjardins Den, Isaiah Brady Clark, who are just doing the dirty work all game long for you. Really good team win for the Humber Hawks.
Good team win. The Mountaineers made their push down the stretch of that fourth quarter, but were not able to come back. The Hawks fight them off and improve to 7-0 and win this one by a score of 95 to 85 as DJ Burke picks up player of the game, 16 points. You mentioned it. Some big free throws down the stretch and 2 3-pointers to go along with that. That'll do it for us here at the Hawks Nest. For everybody behind the scenes, my broadcast partner, Zach Benoit, I'm Kyle Dalton. Well, thank you for watching, and we will see you in the new year.